All right, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, Allison, it's Chris. Can you hear me? All right, stand by. If you can hear me, we're about to bring you in and test your mic now. You're part of the show now with your mic check.
Thank you.
All right, can you give me a count to 10 for a mic check?
Hi, can you hear me okay? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, we're still having issues. It's kind of like skipping every other thing.
Is there anywhere in the house you can go? Is there anywhere else in the house you can go?
If I can log on. Yeah, let me see if I can log in from my phone and see if that works.
Okay.
I'll try that.
Thank you.
Hey, can you hear me? Oh, let me turn, okay, I have to turn my volume up because I can't hear you. 1 second.
2 thumbs up to the
Oh.
audio. 2 thumbs up.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm on my phone, so it's small, but as
That's
long as you
no,
can hear me,
it
that's all
looks
that
just
matters.
as good, and it sounds
Okay,
even
great.
better.
Thank you.
Awesome. See you in a
Thank
little
you.
bit. Thank you.
Can you
Oh.
hear me?
All right, it's 7:30 on this Tuesday, September 16th. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and it has been a long week already, and it's only Tuesday. Of course, I can't do this alone. I need all of you out there watching on Fox Local and Fox 5 DC's YouTube page to join me live. So, Jim, let's show them how to do it. You see the graphic right there. It's a streaming show, like I've told you before. There are a lot of different ways to do it. If you're watching the YouTube live stream, drop a comment. We're going to read them coming up after our first commercial break is when we do it. If you're watching on our website or Fox Local on your phone. So basically, if you're watching on your phone, doesn't matter how, you want to join the Zoom room. You can't scan the QR code. I made it easy. You've got a link right in my Instagram story, Fox 5 producer Chris on Instagram. We're also behind the scenes on TikTok. If you're watching there, hello, I'm waving right now. If you're watching, speaking of Instagram, we also have our broadcast channel. That's where I post a story early, get the conversation started a little bit. We read those comments on the air as well. And last but not least, as always, if you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, make it a two-screen experience. Grab your phone, scan the QR code, and get the hot takes ready. We'll check in with everybody, Allison, David, Freddie, and Chad, of course, in the Lion Zoom room here in just a second. First, though, it's Tuesday. That means it's Tony P. Tuesday.
Ooh, baby.
We missed him last week. He was off in the city of brotherly love celebrating his birthday.
Yes.
Happy belated birthday.
It was,
Welcome
thank
back.
you, my friend. Listen, you are looking spiffy.
Well,
today.
this is probably the
I'll
first time
I
we've
mean-
ever both worn a suit at the same time. And
Right.
I think if I was a betting man, I would bet that this is a new suit.
No, so it's actually, I've had this gray suit for a while.
Okay.
Not gray.
Well, it's sharp.
Green. It's green.
Sharp.
It's a darker green. I love it. It's a custom suit, the only one that I have. And it's a very zany color to have a custom suit for.
Eagles green, I would
But
almost
hey,
venture to say.
no,
Hey, you were
hey,
up in Philly for your
I
birthday.
liked it. Listen.
On the field at Citizens Bank Park.
I
If you don't
was.
follow him on Instagram
He
and you
DM'd
didn't
me,
get a
too.
chance to see it, well, I was very jealous, if I'm being honest with you. Not only
should've
was he
invited you up with me.
on the field at Citizens Bank Park, he was also speaking to the author who wrote the book that went viral when A.J. Brown was spotted on the
Yep.
sideline at an Eagles game reading it. I had to connect all of those dots myself, but that was awesome, man.
It was a truly great experience. Talk about mental health. I love doing speaking engagements. I'm going to do more of those, hopefully around the country. So it's really a great, great experience, and I got to talk about some important topics.
All right,
I'm
well,
blessed.
let's keep things positive right
do it,
here
yes.
on Do You Like It or Not. And we're going to dive right in, and we're going to start off with some football, if that's
do it.
okay with
Oof.
everyone. But kind of. It's only kind of.
Yeah.
If you're not a sports person, that's okay. You can still weigh in on this. We're talking about Super Bowl champion turned Fox Sports broadcaster Tom Brady. Because in case you didn't know, the former Patriot quarterback and Buccaneer quarterback is now a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. And during last night's Monday night loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, cameras showed him up in the coaching booth with a headset on. And that set off some alarm bells for people. But apparently, that doesn't violate any NFL rules. The league issued a statement today saying that because Brady is also calling games, he is prohibited from going to a team facility for practices or production meetings, but he is allowed in the booth. The Raiders head coach, Pete Carroll, also said today that Brady is not, quote, planning games with us. Now, Grant Paulson, if you know him from the Grant and Danny show here on 106.7 The Fan FM, not cool with it, though. He posted a message on X today saying, "This is such a ridiculous conflict of interest. Brady was just calling the Commanders game last week, got tons of behind-the-scenes access, but he can just be in the coaching booth when they play in Washington next week, a.k.a. this Sunday, right here on Fox 5. How is this allowed? It's nuts." So Tony P, Tommy B, hanging out in the coach's booth, the broadcast booth. Do you like this or not?
I have to separate my adoration and love for the GOAT,
Patriots fan.
for the man I modeled some of my haircuts after, Tom Brady. I'm against this 100%. This is totally conflict of interest. I mean, basically calling plays and hearing the signals and all that. I would almost be okay with doing the production meetings and owning the team. But, like, you got to pick one. He can own a team, fine. But, like, having it on the field, that is a complete conflict of interest. Let him own the team. Let him also, be a part of the production stuff. But you cannot share information. Look at what Spygate 15, 20 years ago. That was for stealing signals with a camera with somebody else doing. This is the broadcaster and owner. It is
And
totally
I
bad.
would be remiss if I didn't also mention Deflategate. The man has had a little bit of a history.
What does that have to do with this, though?
We're talking cheating here. David's laughing in the Lion Zoom room.
Oh, God.
David, do you like this or not? And I also should note, Tom Brady also under our parent company, Fox. So, I got.
Yeah, we're talking.
Whoa!
He called him a cheater.
Called him a cheater.
I think you built a good case, producer Chris. That does sound like a conflict of interest. He should be able to color commentate, and then and have a stake in the team, but he cannot have behind the scenes access and then be in the coaching booth with his team in a later in the season. No, that's not right. They gotta. You can do one. You can do one or the other, but not both.
One or the other, and not both. But I will now say, and Chad, I'm going to call on you for this one. Do you have to draw the line somewhere too? Because he is also, you could argue, familiar with the Patriots system. You could argue he might be passingly familiar with the Buccaneers system. Should he not be able to call those games either?
Well, let me give you the full picture. His team got their butts kicked by the Chargers. So whatever information he's relaying, it didn't seem to work. So I think I'm going to go against the grain and say I like it. Just because I respect him. I didn't like him when he was playing. I was a Steelers fan at that point. So I didn't love Tom Brady, but I respect him. And why not, man? He's earned it. Cheat all you want, Tom.
No, he's having the team. You should be able to have both. There's got to be some guardrails here just to prevent any. Because again, especially with his history, as much as I like to deny some of that history.
There's nothing that makes me happier on this Tuesday night than having to force Tony P to talk a little smack about his hero, Tommy B. All right? It just makes me happy.
Why?
Down in the cockles of my heart. It makes me happy.
I'll tell you,
I know. I'm just messing with
some meditation
I know.
and some brotherly love. You see, I'm bringing
brotherly love
back.
I am too.
Why don't you give it back
you're
to
right.
me?
Okay, you're right. Let's move on, and let's go from the broadcast booth or the coaching booth, depending on what game it is when it's Tom Brady, to the sauna now, okay? You ready? Let's head to the sauna. Apparently, saunas are the hot, get it, new spot for getting a new job. The Wall Street Journal reporting that more and more people are getting into the steam room with their future coworkers. People are hoping to, quote, optimize wellness spaces and get the most out of their time in the hot box. So Tony P, networking in the nude. Do you like it? Well, we don't know if they're nude, but they could be. But using a wellness space in the sauna to network, do you like that or not?
Well, I'll tell you, there's one qualification. You got to have a towel on or a bathing suit on. That's the only way you can network,
he's a
right?
no to the nude.
So no to the nude, but hey, if you're in a towel or bathing suit, it's fair game. No, I think if overall, like if this is a new client or a new connection, no. If you've had a long-term relationship or friendship with this client, yes, because you've known each other for a while, and usually it's in the commission of doing a golf match or something like that where you've known each other for a while. So there's I'm not saying 100% heck no, but I ain't saying yes either.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Allison in the Lion Zoom room, welcome back. Do you like the idea of networking while you're getting a steam?
I don't like. Okay, I feel like I'm the self-care queen, and I'm all about self-care. Now, I would do something like that with my coworkers I'm already established with, that I've known for years. But someone I'm trying to network with, that means you're going to try to talk to me and ask questions. I'm trying to like woosah and get my zen. We don't do all of that talking in the sauna. That's not what it's for.
I agree with you 100% about that. Like, I feel like that sort of space, there should be, even if you're there together, I feel like work should be off limits, because if the goal is to kind of let go of that stress and relax, work feels like the opposite of that. Also, I'll throw one other thing out there, and this is a little anecdotal, and it's a little born out of personal experience.
I'm dying to hear this story.
Chad might be able to relate to this, but I used to belong to the same gym as the general manager here at Fox 5, and we're both men, and we would both be in the locker room at the same time, and so we would have conversations, and honestly, not that it was anything wrong, but I felt bad that that was an opportunity that was afforded to me that wouldn't necessarily be afforded to other people, just because I was in the room where it was happening, if that makes sense.
That's really humble, first of all, to recognize that, so love you for that. Yes, I agree, okay?
I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn.
No,
it was just that, that scratching itch at the back of my head.
That's
that I
great
just was
self-awareness.
Like, yeah.
And I think the other thing is people that are around you, right? So if you're in the sauna and you have other folks that are just trying to relax, and you're talking about, hey, Joe, we got to make this deal together. We got to do this, talking about figures and confidential information. You don't want to hear that.
That's
if
true
you're,
too.
Relaxing and trying to keep your headphones in. Some folks don't want to talk or hear you. So you know what?
That's
bother
another
them.
thing. Like, don't bother. David's laughing in the Lion Zoom room. I see him out there. What do you think about this idea of networking in these relaxing spaces? Getting a massage and trying to network at the same time.
Wow, that's a bad idea.
Pretty
That's
pure
about
on
all I
that
can
one.
say on Chris. Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. I respect it. All right, let's talk about travel now a little bit, something Tony P just got back from doing. Nearly 7 in 10 Americans, 70%, it seems high to me, but I actually do believe this, suffer from travel dysmorphia. It's the feeling that they haven't seen enough of the world compared to other people. This is a new survey from Talker Research that found that social media obviously appears to be a key driver of that sentiment. No surprise there. More than a third of people cite friends and family members' travel posts as triggers. And another 32% say travel conversations with peers heighten feelings of inadequacy when it comes to adventure. So Tony P, I'm going to give you first dibs on this one. Travel dysmorphia. Do you ever feel this?
No, because I've never actually been out of the country, so I have no reference point, right, of what's good or what's bad. I think adventure can be in any type of circle. It can be, trying a new thing here in DC. There's so much to see, museums or different landmarks that you can try, or new, cool, immersive experiences. So adventure, you can make adventure and get that kind of feeling, right, by just going a few steps outside your house. So to me, I think you replace that feeling with just more action.
That's the positive Tony P spin on things. But I have to admit, there are times where I'm scrolling through social media and I see people on these exotic vacations. And like you, I haven't been out of the country a ton, and I haven't taken a ton of vacation time always. So yeah, I do absolutely feel it. And I mean, maybe it's not always just a matter of where people are, but also just the time off that they have. Speaking of travel, Ryan Lynch, down in Dollywood right now?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm coming to you right in front of the grist mill. This is the world famous grist mill at Dollywood. So right here,
Well, in case
talk about
you,
social media and traveling, right?
well, in case you missed it, Ryan was our guest host in studio last night, and today
Whoa.
he's already down in Tennessee.
Already in Dollywood.
Hanging out with Dolly Parton. But Ryan, do you ever get this? I know you're big on travel and adventure right now, but do you ever get this sense, or do your followers ever kind of get the sense that they're having travel dysmorphia as a result of living vicariously through you?
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that can happen. I mean, the bigger thing that I think that happens is FOMO, the fear of missing out. I think that a lot of people doom scroll through travel, but again, exactly what you said, that definitely can happen.
All right. Well, Ryan, we'll check back in with you in just a little bit. But in the meantime, if Dolly walks by, grab her and bring her
Yes,
into the
please.
conversation.
I will.
Tell her
All right.
thank
I
you for
will.
her positivity. She's like a saint on this earth.
Tony P, and the P stands for positive. Deb's in the Lion Zoom room. Deb, welcome back.
Hi.
Deb, do you ever scroll through social media and feel that sort of FOMO or travel dysmorphia, like everyone else is doing more than you?
Oh, absolutely. Because people only post like the amazing things they do. They don't post like the everyday things and the struggles that they have. Everybody wants you to think that they're doing like amazing things. Nobody wants to post the bad.
Some of these travel influencers, though, I feel like they have access to countries and like places that I didn't even ever know existed. Allison, do you ever feel this way?
Never, because why take that negative emotion when you're doing something positive? Just be glad you're on a trip. Some people never get to go anywhere ever. So even if I'm just going down the street for a staycation in a hotel and just sit in the bathtub and pretend like I'm on an island, make the best of it. There's no need to be upset.
Yep.
All right. Well, keep weighing in on all of these comments and more over in our YouTube channel. I do have another one, though, before we go to break. And I just want to, I want to state for the record here. Tony P may disagree with me, but I'm going to go on the record here. Lying is almost always wrong.
What?
Okay? But apparently not everyone feels that way,
my.
especially in the dating world. A revealing new survey, I love these surveys, breaks down the fabrications people tell when getting to know a potential partner. 35% of people say they lie on first dates. 44% of people say they aren't entirely honest in their relationships. Nearly 20% hide their sexual history. Nearly 20% also pretend to like their in-laws, and nearly 20%, 19, say they never lie. So Tony P, lying to a date, a first date, for example.
All right.
Do you like this or not?
I don't call it lying, okay? I call it massaging the facts or
Uh-huh.
engaging in alternative facts. That's the first thing. And I always go by the George Costanza line for life. Okay?
That could never get you in trouble. George
No,
Costanza, a role model.
You're a huge role model for this one line. It's not a lie if you believe it. So, to be really honest, like, if you believe it, you're totally fine because you keep your integrity, and again.
What kind of massaging the truth and lies are we talking about here on these first
I need
dates?
certain likes that I may not love.
Okay.
But you know what? It's important, to the date. Hey, to
But
keep.
maybe you could learn to love it.
Exactly. I call them aspirational fibs. Okay, aspirational fibs are very important. Okay, because lying about things that you don't like, but you may want to try to like if the person likes you and you want to have a great relationship, for example. Number two, maybe lying about, things you're invested in or like, your, strength or whatever, so you can actually push yourself to go to the gym and get more active. So lies can sometimes push you for better behavior. Just saying.
Okay. I see, this is why I said almost always wrong. Tony P
Almost.
may have just given us a few examples. Chad, lying on a first date. I'm going to focus specifically on that for now. Does a lie of omission count as a lie on a first date? Do you like this or not?
And if you were asked something, you lie, or you just leave something
You
out.
leave a little something out. Suppose somebody asked you about your last relationship, how it ended, and you want to get to know this person a little more. Maybe you feel like you've grown since that last relationship, so you don't necessarily tell every detail on the first date. You want to warm up to that. The more the person gets to know you, the more they may learn about you.
So you ever hear of handsome Squidward?
Handsome
handsome
Squidward,
Squidward?
yes, the chiseled
Tony?
jaw and the defined brow.
So yeah. So what I would do is with that story, I would handsome Squidward my story to make it look a little better.
Right.
Probably.
And
Yeah.
probably,
I would try to make myself a little better if I was in the wrong in it, I guess.
and I feel like as that relationship develops, the truth will come out.
Yes.
Allison, so far we've asked the guys. Let's get your take on this one.
First, I like you, Tony P, but you and your massaging the truth, you men people do that all the time, and I am going through
we
that
say
now.
we're 6.
wait a
we
minute,
say we're
wait a
6
minute.
feet and over,
Hold
but
on.
really we're 5'11" and 3/4.
Hold on.
You-
Oh.
A lie is a lie. It starts off small and then it gets big. I just started dating in my 50s recently, and it is so weird. I'm like, I don't even know if I am dating. I don't know if I'm just out here in the wilderness listening to stuff. Like, I wish I could take a lie detector with me, but luckily I do have the gift of discernment, and I can feel the lies when they're coming. I practice and study behavior, so I can see the nervousness and the it just makes me want to stay in the house, because for real, everybody lies. Like, and I don't want to get on your species, but especially the men. I just don't understand. And I'm direct. I have nothing to lie about. Like, this is me. This is what it is. I'm going to find out the truth one day. And then when you lie and I catch you, it's going to be a whole thing. And then I'm looking like the mean person. I just can't. I don't deal with the lies at all. This is why I try not to date. It's weird. It's weird.
In Allison, all fair points. In the interest of fairness, we asked 2 guys, Tony P and Chad. Now let's ask 2 women. Bisma joining us here in the Lion Zoom room. And Bisma, you may have some experience with first dates. I don't know for a fact, but you may. So this idea of massaging the truth, as Tony P said, on a first date, do you like this or not, and is it okay?
Massaging the truth? Oh my God,
Massaging?
absolutely not. But this is the issue. That's why you have to get to know people so well. It's because everyone massages the truth. And I don't know. That's why my girl said it right. Dating is hard nowadays. If I can't find someone to vouch for you, I just can't do it anymore.
Okay.
So, yes. Yeah.
I want to focus. Okay, so we've talked about lying on the first
That was
date.
rough.
I do want to focus on one more stat on that sheet, on that full screen graphic that we showed you a little earlier. It said that nearly 20% of people hide their sexual history. Does that seem low to anyone else? Are the other 80% out here bragging about their body count? Deb in the Lion Zoom room. Do you think that's what the other 80% of people are out here in these streets doing?
I don't think so. I think nobody wants to tell their real number.
No! Bisma, we're bringing you back in. Bisma, we're bringing you back in on that one. 80% of the people out there, or do you think those people are lying?
Okay, listen. if somebody asks me my number, that is so weird. First of
not
all,
okay.
I don't want to know
No,
your
no.
number. You don't need to know my number. Okay, yeah, I would probably lie. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Like, I think it's just a weird thing. I mean, unless you have like a disease, I think just leave it surface level. That's
This
my
just
thing.
got real. All right, let's see.
Yo.
We've got another new face joining us here in the Lion Zoom room.
Hey.
Marina Morocco,
Whoa.
welcome to the show. Welcome to the Lion Zoom room.
What did I just walk into? What
You
is
walked into
happening?
Tony P.
Of course I
body
started
You walked into us discussing whether it's okay to lie on a first date in the instance of, Tony P put it, massaging the truth. And maybe the more you get to know someone, the more that truth sorts to come
That's
out.
a red
But
flag.
in the
if
beginning,
you're going out on a date and the girl's asking you what your body shape is, you need to go.
No, it's
It's
bad.
time to go, honey.
okay, well, we're not just focused on the body count, though. We're focused on a lot of other things. Is it ever okay to
Right
lie
in
on a
with that.
first date if it kind of, it gets
What are
you
you
to that
lying
second
about?
date?
They're gonna find out the truth at some point, right?
You're right, but it might not be a deal breaker further down the line.
Right.
No, everything I can think of that you would lie about will be a deal breaker at some point in time. And you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, listen, there are things that I could learn to like. I mean, I wasn't
Yeah,
always.
this is exactly what
I
we're
have an
using.
example.
Okay, I'm going to use an example, and I think I'm quoting
Okay.
Friends here, where if you go on an audition for an acting job and they ask you if you know how to ride a horse, you say yes, and then you go learn how to ride a
Yes.
horse. You got the
Thank
job, and you learned how to
Oh.
ride a horse in the process. Is that the wrong thing to do?
I mean, do you count that as a lie? I mean, then that's my whole life.
I
I'm just like,
didn't know
figure
how
out
to
make
ride a
it.
horse.
Why do you do something?
Yeah, I mean, all right.
I wasn't
Right.
a Swiftie,
I
but
mean,
then I
can
became
Tony
one.
really play golf? No, but he says he's got a scratch handicap.
Oh, whoa!
I buy it. I've seen the man out on the links before.
Oh,
All
my
right, look,
goodness.
keep the comments coming in the YouTube. We'll check those in just a minute. Marina, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Pisma, thank you for joining us. Hang tight if you want. We've got 10 more minutes to go. In the meantime, coming up next, we're talking about Tony P's favorite, karaoke.
Oh.
We want to know your go-to songs. Marina, I found out hers earlier. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Tuesday night. Tony P hanging out over my shoulder, checking his phone, probably the lyrics to his favorite karaoke
It
song.
sure am.
We'll get to that in just a second. In the meantime, we do always like to check your YouTube comments, what you're saying there. We're getting a lot. Laura, is Chad going to have to dress up like you when he co-hosts? No, I'm wearing my big boy pants because also all this week I'm filling in for Guy Lambert on the Fox 5 Live Zone. I'll be back to normal soon. I promise you that. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I look like Tony P over here. AJ.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, I agree with Tony P. Depends on a developed relationship, but a new client client? Absolutely not hanging out in the sauna. Kevin Reynolds, yeah. Laura, is he coaching Gino too? Oh, yeah, ugh, not going well. All right, let's see. What else? Sean, I just got the phone number, and they're doing a lot better soon. I'm not sure about that one. AJ, staycations in D.C. can be epic. That sounds good. AJ says, can't stand liars. AJ, my number, none ya. None ya business. That's the right answer, I think, almost always. All right. I promised we would talk a little karaoke, so shall we?
Yes.
Let's do it. All right. I mentioned Tony P strikes me as a karaoke fan, and it may be the reason he's in such great shape. Because according to young people in China, karaoke may be the key to fitness. Experts say singing and dancing karaoke, forget this, just 3 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot. It burns around 1,000 calories, though.
Wow.
To burn the equivalent while jogging, though, you'd be on the treadmill for about 2 hours. So, kind of similar. Fans of the fitness trend on social media swear it works. They say an added bonus, it's also easier on your joints and muscles. Now, we posted this one in our broadcast channel, as we love to do. Kathleen says, loves karaoke. Please Don't Leave Me by Pink is a favorite of mine. I asked for go-to karaoke songs, so that's why we're going to get a lot of these. Bisma, I only do karaoke if they let me perform a dramatic reading of No Scrubs. I'm going to make you do that on Friday, Bisma. Christina Sledge, welcome back. She joined us in the Zoom room before. Lenny Kravitz, Are You Gonna Go My Way? Classic. And Forget You by CeeLo Green. Wow. I prefer the unedited version. Gets a little spicy. KN Donnelly, all of Jim, I assume that's Jim Loke's favorite karaoke songs, are duets with his oldest friend. Paradise by the Dashboard Light, one of my favorites. Shallow, Ask 'Em for Proof. I will. Shayla, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. A little bit of a downer, but it's a great song. Jumpin' Jack Chad, you know him. He's in the Zoom room right now. Disco Chad, as he's known. 2018 karaoke champion of the DMV. I Want to See the Trophy. I know you got it somewhere, buddy. Wanted, Dead or Alive, a Bon Jovi classic. MJK, it's an activity that only makes sense when alcohol is involved. I mean, Tony P's not a drinker, and I bet he does it anyway. PT929, I love karaoke. One of my go-to songs is Black by Pearl Jam. That's a good one because you don't need to know the words. He's just mumbling through the whole damn thing. I really want to see that, though. Sharon, my brother once told me the best go-to song when you are forced to sing is Lean on Me. Everyone will sing along. You won't be up there singing alone. Use this piece of advice several times. Tony P, do you like the karaoke?
Yes, and first of all 90s artists from Hootie and the Blowfish to Pearl Jam,
Hootie.
It's all singing the vowels. A-E-I-O-U.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
that's a
it's, like,
classic
it's so
right there.
easy to do that.
Ted.
I want to, I took that, I did. Good one.
Yeah.
No,
I know
but
it. What's your go-to?
oh, my go-to is
go-to karaoke?
Lionel Richie, 3 Times a Lady. It's a beautiful ballad. Okay, once, twice, 3 times a lady. It's a beautiful song.
Panty dropper is what we call that. Deb.
Well,
Deb in the Lion Zoom room. What's your
that's
go-to?
my nickname, man.
This guy. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Thank you.
I
want it that way.
Oh, I do love Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, Lauryn Hill version.
Oh, that's an excellent one. Excellent one. Disco King, Wanted, Dead or Alive. Do you have a backup to that?
Actually, Deb, you're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Also, I teach a karaoke cycle class.
No way.
Yeah,
They have those?
All right, listen, Tony P and I are going to find a time that we can come to.
That-
okay?
we gotta do
We're
that.
going to connect offline.
Please.
Allison, I need to know, what's your go-to karaoke song?
God, I'm a singer, so I don't have one particular song, but anything by like Mariah Carey or Mary J. Escape, like any 90s
Challenging
type of R&B.
ones. All right, we're down to about our final minute. I'm going to go round robin here, though. Ryan, go-to karaoke song.
I'm here at Dollywood, so I'm going to say 9 to 5.
That's a classic. Good choice. David in the Lion Zoom room. Go-to karaoke.
I don't like to brag, Chris, but I'm the greatest karaoke singer that's ever lived. I do Axl Rose from GNR, and the best song is You Could Be Mine.
Oh, man, these are all great choices. Freddie in the Lion Zoom room.
ever.
Freddie, what's the go-to karaoke song?
Can you guys see me well with this mic?
Yes, I can.
Yes, good Mike.
And Tony P, good to see you.
Good to see
And
you
the
too.
song- And the song, listen, I like karaoke singing is Lenny Kravitz. I like
Lenny
it.
Kravitz. That's a great
Nice.
one as well.
Ooh.
Are you
Listen,
going to go my way?
are you going to go my way? Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight in the Lion Zoom room, including some new faces out there. Thank you to Tony P, as always,
Great to
for
be
joining
here,
us.
my brother.
We'll be back tomorrow night, as always. For producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. Tony P, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.